Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and this is a canebrake rattlesnake. Oh goodness, come here. Rattlesnake. It's a little rattlesnake. It's a canebrake. Look at him. It's a little canebrake rattlesnake. Come here, bud. Come here. Alright, I'm going to get him right here. Look at that. That is a little canebrake rattlesnake. That is a venomous snake for sure. Look, he's got a little rattle, 3 buttons on it. Look at that snake. Now, you can identify canebrake rattlesnakes very easily. They have a copper band going straight down their back, and these little V diamond patterns, a little bit different than a diamondback rattlesnake, and they have a much lighter color. Now the difference between a canebrake rattlesnake and a timber rattlesnake is the coloration. You can see on this rattlesnake it has a much lighter color, and the timber rattlesnakes have a much darker black coloration, whereas the canebrakes have a lighter coloration and a copper band. Wow, this little guy is very, very active. You can see he just wants to keep moving. Even though it's still a little bit chilly, he's fully awake. He's moving and he is active. Now, little ones like this, you're not going to really hear much of a rattle. He's only got 3 buttons on his rattle right now. The big ones will sometimes give you a warning. Not always, but sometimes they'll give you a warning that they're there. They'll rattle and then normally stop. But the little ones have such a small rattle that you can't even hear them. It's just a little zzz, like a tiny little light buzz. And he is so camouflaged. Look at that on the ground. And he's got such a light coloration, but if he were to sit still coiled up in the right place, you would never know he was there. Now these snakes are so common, that's what makes them more dangerous than most other rattlesnakes. The eastern diamondbacks and stuff like that aren't as common, but these ones are so common, that's what makes them dangerous. Look at that little rattlesnake. That is amazing. Now they have a plain white belly and this really cool banding on their top, and I love that little copper band that they have down their back. That's just really, really awesome. Now these rattlesnakes are so widespread throughout eastern United States, like the whole half of the eastern United States is just filled with these guys. Look at that. Man, he is freaky. Now these guys are pit vipers, and you can actually see with the close-ups the pit right behind the nose, just like every other pit viper, and that's a heat-seeking organ. And they are mammal specialists, and that means that they're going to be eating rodents and rats, and eventually they're going to be mostly eating rabbits and stuff. Wow, that is a crazy snake. He's got a black tongue, and like I said before in my copperhead video, this is a venomous pit viper, and they have vertical eyes instead of a rounded pupil. So their eyes are actually sharp and straight up and down as opposed to a rounder eye. Now, a lot of people think that the number of buttons on their rattle means the number of years that the rattlesnake's been around, but that's not true at all. They actually gain a button on their rattle every time they shed. And these little buttons, they're actually very fragile, and they break off constantly on rocks and anywhere where they're traveling. They break off constantly, but every time they shed, they get a brand new button. So looking at him, if he hadn't damaged any buttons before, then he has shed 3 times. That's if he hasn't damaged any, but that's something really cool. A lot of people think that it has to do with their age, like the years, but it has to do with how many times they've shed, which is really cool. Now right now you can see that he is cruising and he is just moving around, and that is him looking for something. He's looking for food, and you can see the flicker of that tongue. See that? That's him smelling the air. Snakes smell using their tongue. They stick out their tongue and they're collecting scent. They're smelling around for any kind of animal, a little mouse, a little rat, a little rabbit nest, anything that they can find. And once they go in, they will bite whatever they're after, and that's it. They don't grab it instantly, they wait. And using those heat-seeking pits, they can follow the warmth, the trail of anything that they bite. Let's say he were to bite a little rat or a full-grown mouse. It would only take about a minute to 2 minutes for that mouse to be completely dead. And he just follows that trail, and once the mouse is dead, he has a meal. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like. and I will see you guys next time.